these. See if that works. Because I was doing a loop-de-loop on there. You know, we had absolutely great reception. Possibly, hopefully. There we go. We're still live. So you can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. But just wanted to let you all see the snow that is on the ground. That's happening. It is snowing. Well, it's not snowing, but there's still snow on the ground. Unusual.
It's supposed to start snowing.
Hi, Alaskan. How are you? Thank you. I had to go again because apparently we were just looping on the other one. And I know that you were in a shout out and I did not do all the stuff I normally do. So whatever week you were in the shout out that I didn't get everybody in a shout out, I'm going to redo those shout outs again. Go ahead and do the recaps again. That'll start tomorrow. I just got a little overwhelmed with our trip and
Took up.
you know, and everything. And so it was kind of like one of those everything kind of, you know, went and it was just a little overwhelming. So I thank everybody for understanding, but I'm planning to go back to the last full week we had of shout outs, put those in a recap, and then just whoever got a shout out the next week that was kind of all just jumbleized. I don't know if that's even a word, but I'm planning to go back and just redo those again. And so you'll get two. You'll get an extra shout out. But we finished the blanket to the project and we got that finished. And so I'm thankful for that. We're starting a new project. I showed everybody the new project. It's a blanket for actually Indigo Twin. And we are starting that one. So that is officially our own pattern. I don't really have much intention. Well, I can't say that. There's a couple others I would like to. The lady who lovingly walks Mocha every day. I'm going to go around all of my yarn stash and try to get as many colors as I can. And I want to make her a dog blanket. You know, crochet a dog blanket in that pattern I already have. I'd like to ask our community next year for help with a project because Josh has two cousins. They had lost their mother in a car accident several years ago, and I made a blanket for their little brother. But these two boys want a blanket, and so I'd like to do that. And if their community wants to help make the yarn happen for them, I think it would be precious to do that. It costs about $60 per blanket, about 50, 60 just in the yarn. So that's something that I would like to put out there for anybody that's willing to do that. Because I think it'd be precious to give these two boys that gift. And you know, after such a tragedy, but they're always in prayer in our family. That God would just grace them. They've got a wonderful, wonderful, you know, second mom. And I don't like to use step. Josh doesn't like to use step, so that's what I'm calling it. And so, anyway, that's that. So we have some things happening. I got a recipe for a cookie recipe that she used cookies, M&Ms, cookie dough, M&Ms, and what was Philadelphia cream cheese and whipped cream and put them together. So I'm going to do that for you all. I'm gonna put the candles in the freezer. I just got too overwhelmed for that one. And see if we can get the wax off the candles we use to make the mug candles. And then we'll go ahead and do that project. I've got another project on the road, and I want to go to Dollar Tree at some point and get some nail polish and see if it actually works and be able to dip the ornaments, put the nail polish in and then take it and dip ornaments, whether it actually like does like a really cool design on it. Something fun maybe you could do with grandkids or kids or nieces and nephews or so forth and so on. And they may make a little bit of a great gift. So those are the upcoming things we're gonna do. Hi, the stats. How are you? You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you'd like people to connect with your channel. Just making sure we're still live. Looks like we are. I know it's a little rainy, but at least you can see the snow. And we're supposed to get rain and snow. How fun, right? And if you all can go back and watch any of our content, appreciate it. We are so close. Okay, we'll have a good live. We are so close to 2K. See them. And if you see cows on the other side. We are so close to 2K. We're like 26 away. And if anybody can help us get there, I would really, really appreciate it. A lot for us to get there. We would like to get there by the end of this year. And that is our goal, to be able to get there. And guys, we don't have that much more time in December to get there. So if anybody can help us, give us a shout out, share some of our stuff on their community tab, I would really appreciate that. And then sometime this week, I will start back with Blessings Through Connection. Because yeah, I'm not at the 2K. Hi, Jake. I'm not at the 2K. We're about 26 away from 2K. But we will get there. I just like to see it get there before the end of the year. That's what I would like to see it at. And so just take one day at a time. That's all I can do. Just take one day at a time. And hopefully we will get there and so forth. But Christina's coming today. We're going to put up our tree and we're going to have some Chinese food. That's what we usually do when we put up our trees. We have Chinese food. Actually, some wonton soup sounds really good. It's cold weather. Josh doesn't like it. So, not a big drop soup guy or person. I'm not.
I used to like egg drop soup, but it's gotta be really good for me to like it again. I had someone tell me like I made myself sick of it.
Christina has been wanting, usually she wants lo mein, but this time she wants sweet and sour chicken. That's her new thing.
I wish we could go to Hibachi Express. So that'd be great.
That's other than that, just trying to continue to keep on keeping on. I told everybody, and it's not that I don't want to celebrate Christmas. It's not it. I'm just having a difficult Christmas season this year. And I just keep thinking of Patty. Patty's very much on my mind. And I think that anybody that goes through a loss in a year, I think when Christmas comes, Thanksgiving comes, it sits on your mind in a different way. So it's not that I don't want to celebrate Christmas or put up the Christmas tree. It's just, I've said to myself lately, what would I do? It's just, be in my room, just crocheting. But I know that that's not good. It's not healthy. That's why we do this, guys. That's why we crochet. That's why we come on every day in the month of December to crochet that connection, because we know that people struggle during this time of the year, and yet we've had a lot of blessings, and we're very thankful this year. But it's still, it's like I'm just thinking of Patty just a little bit more. And yes, yes, it's hard. And December 31st and 1st are always difficult for me anyway. I struggle with that because it was the day that my grandfather passed and my dad passed. They have a puller dip. You want to do it, Josh? I just saw the sign back there. It's a puller dip.
Only if you do it.
No. So
My daughter wants to.
anyway, no. Anyway,
Son-in-law, but
I don't think so. Anyway,
you do it, I do it.
anyway, I think that it just that time's always difficult. I try to just kind of get through it, but I've gotten through it a lot better with you all. And so helping is how it has helped to come live every day and have that connection. Hi, Sophia, and have that connection every day. This is the town of
Mifflin.
Mifflin. And if you sneeze, you may be out of it. But of course, Mom,
It is not
no,
on track.
no,
There's a couple stop signs. And
That's it.
The lights.
let's put it this way. Mama's kind of sneezes. Yeah. Because Mama's kind of sneezes last for about 30 seconds and she goes, achoo, these little tiny achoos. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she waits for, thank you, Jake. Well, she waits for like 5 seconds and then she gives this huge sneeze.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. A lot of the times. Well, thank you. That means a lot. I know you all have my back. To be so close to the 2K mark, and it just feels like I know we're gonna get there, but it feels like we're never gonna get there.
If YouTube would stop taking our subscribers away, we'd have been there a long time ago.
Yeah. Let's just talk about that. But I thank you very much. I just have to say to myself, I know Patty. One thing that's been really helping is I just think what Patty would say to me. And Patty would say, now, Mary, I'm having the best time in heaven and I'm surfing those beautiful oceans and picking up the most beautiful seas or seashells. And I'm enjoying being with my brother and my mother and all that kind of stuff. And just you have a happy Christmas. And that's what keeps rolling in my head. It still doesn't always make it easy. And we may do a dippy dip right here. It's usually where we lose people. So I'm going to go ahead and say this in case we do.